Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Transport Fever at the redevelopment of the goods hub. I left you with this particular genius conundrum at the end of the last episode. And obviously, because I'm recording these back to back, as much as I may have responded to your comments, I have absolutely no knowledge of them. So the dilemma that we have here is something that I noticed far too late, which is I'm not going to be able to line these up. There we go. As if by magic, they don't line up. If I could merge those platforms, though, wouldn't that be something? Yeah, so, now then, there is possibly another way that we could do this. Possibly. It might work. I'm not super confident. Let's up the number of tracks. Okay, there we go. Just look at that and see if it has any conceivable chance. We're going to have to, bulldoze some stuff and move things around a bit. But if that has a fighting chance of working, then we might go with that as an alternative. Now then, that would lead to those. No, that doesn't quite line up, does it? But because this is a flexible station, we can flexible it. Does that make life? That makes life worse? No, much worse. Oh, life is awful now. Hold everything. Life is not awful. Life is good. Look at that. That might work. Might just work. We're going to have to get rid of those two transit tracks in the middle. The question is, can I slot these through here? Because if I can, then everything just became golden. Okay, so, well, we're going to have to find out if everything is golden or not. But the only way we're going to do that is by trying it out. Gently. There you go. And then, pray to the elder gods that we can relay this one next time. Don't delete the whole station, because that would make you very sad. There we are. Right, now then. Bulldozer off. I need voice controls. That's the only solution that's going to make any sense for me there. Right, so 8 platforms, and then we narrow the platform width to 9. Okay, that will go. Is 9 the one we want? Those don't line up at all. And that's actually problematic. We do need some of these to line up. Let's move you over here a bit. But having that work with that is not so bad. The reason that we want those to line up is because we're going to have more stuff coming on this side. Although we do have 6, 8, including the 2 super longs platforms available this side. And we will be bringing some stuff in from this way, so maybe that will be okay. He said, optimistically. Optimism is my superpower, as you know. What happens at 10? Okay, at 10 things look a little bit more interesting. That would line up. This will not, but we'll get a transit track going through there. And we might still be able to run those out longer as well. You know what? That might be the one we go... How much is this going to cost me? $500,000. It's worth it for the sake of giving it a look. No, hold on. There's it just suddenly has another brainwave there. What if we changed that to be this is worse? That then is what we want to do. Although there is also that. That buys you almost nothing beneficial at all. That's worse. That might work. This is the critical piece here, is if I can get a bit of track in there that links those two together, then we've got something possibly entertaining. I say possibly because there are no guarantees here, chums. But I don't... Oh, this is... Oh, I know I went ever so slightly Frankie Howard there, as I do on occasion. Right, I'm going to try it, and then we'll see what we've got. This isn't going to work. Right, okay. Pull yourself together, man. Right, here we go. And... like a boss! Oh, that's worked splendidly well. However, the big long station... I know. Look, we've just sacrificed one big long station, and instead we've got... instead of having two... beg your pardon. Tripping over my words there a bit. Instead of having two big long tracks, we've now only got one on this side. But that's not the end of the world, given that we could turn the two on the end into super longs if we felt it was necessary. Whatever you're trying to do there, don't. There we are. Put that there. Okay, yeah. We've got stuff going on here. Obviously, the catenary planners here have just kind of got, just bang them in anywhere, Dave. They won't mind. Who wants them all in a straight line? No. Just fling them in all over the shop. That'll do fine. Right. Now, once I've got buffers on the end of all of this stuff, it's going to look absolutely stupendous, probably. This one is not going to play ball, I don't think. Just ever so slightly way too close to the platform there. Or is it? I think it is, but we'll do a bit of smoothing and see if that brings us a little bit more smiley face there. Although, in the last 30 seconds or so, this has conjured another idea that I know you'll be grateful to hear doesn't involve bulldozing. No. Just no. Just no. We're just going to have to go with this one. Okay, well, that's a little disappointing, perhaps, but not the end of the world. Now then, the other thing that I need out of this is I need a new depot. Because I'm not going to run goods trains back to the main depot that my passenger services hit in Sioux Falls. I think having a separate goods depot is not a bad thing, nor is it cheating. So I'm going to have to build a depot somewhere, and I'm thinking that this line that I've just plumbed in may be the foundation point for that depot. This doesn't look great, does it? I think it does look great. I think once you've got stuff going through, I think it's going to look fine. I think it's going to look pretty good. That's the hope, anyway. Right, let's buffer off the stuff that isn't going through, and then do the same on the other side. No, there. No. I see what you're thinking, but don't. Thank you. And there. Oh, I see how it... See, what it wants to do is, if you're on that side of the track, it wants to go that way. As you come down the other side, it goes the other way. That's actually quite clever. Well done. Have a cookie or some such. Right, we've got buffers galore. I'll slot in some scenic... Yeah, just scenic in there. Can I... If we... would you like to... There you go. That's it. Join a relatively modern-looking... bit of flat land in between, and that might make it look less odious. And by the time I've tarted all of this up with scenery and what have you, this all should look fantastico. Right, so what have I actually ended up with here? Now then, if I decided, I mentioned briefly last time around that I might run a shunter, or I might have to run a shunter between the two setups. Actually, I'd probably have to run a shunter between three. Which would mean two shunters rather than one, because I've got no way of getting betwixt those two stations there. That's the troublemaker. Or it, Okay, well that's a Rubik's cube for another moment. Not this moment. This moment is all about carry on and look imposing. So where am I going to stick my depot? Don't know. We did briefly discuss there, putting it out here somewhere. Have I even got any swanky depots at the moment? That's a bridge, not a depot. We've only got the original depot. Well, I can do something fun with original depots. It wouldn't be the first time. And then we'll do that like this, I suppose. The big challenge here is actually going to be how do you serve trains that go in both directions, and it will be having a balloon, a loop at the end that they can go through. Right. Let's have more than one depot. I mean, this is a major piece of hobbery we've got going on here. So having more than one depot would probably make sense. All right, we'll run that along there for a bit, and then because it's how I roll, we'll run another one in there. And then because we want another shed, we're going to run that in about there. And then because you don't want to just, have too few lines running in, we're going to have another one in there. Right, and one of those will snap quite nicely to this depot. Obviously, it snapped far too far away to make it look good, so we need to delete a bit. And then hope that that lines up perfectly. Oh, it really does. Oh, well, that's good. Right, and onto that. Right, perfect, good. See, like a glove, exactly as I intended, and pull that through to here. Yeah, that's lined up the electrification as well, which is magnificent. And then we'll put some buffers on the tracks that require them. There we are, and that's almost exactly in a line. If you look at it quickly, if you go like, there's the depot, then people won't notice that that's not perfect. And if they care about such things, they will take some delight in pointing out to you that it's not quite perfect. Right, okay, well, given that we've only got one line here to play with, we'll play with this one line. Okay, good. And then what? Yeah, we're just gonna do a cascading points selection here. Don't think it's gonna work. It might work, and then it will look good. And I just came up with the phrase cascading point selection. It's good, isn't it? Go on. Oh, look, I only need a little bit more room and that would fit in absolutely beautifully. Although arguably I've got room I can work with here. Alright, get rid of everything. Because we hate getting things right the first time. Let's get them right on the third or fourth time. Smooth all of this out so that we don't end up with some kind of mountain region to navigate through in order to connect up. That's good. Right, now then, bulldoze just a little piece of the track, please. No, you see what you're trying to do there is bulldoze all the track. All right, fine. We'll live in the spirit of getting things done. We'll live with that. Right, pull it forward by some. Don't snap. Snapping is not our friend at the moment. But obviously, go straight. I mean, we just don't want it. I don't want you to snap to that. Don't snap to it. Don't. I'm holding down the don't snap to it button, which can sometimes lead to unexpected consequences. Right, and yeah, and this. Okay, so as sidings go, it's not the biggest you're ever going to come across, but as far as junctions go, the cascading junction here should just work flawlessly. Although, with all that done, it's not actually given me that much more space to play with. However, I have already come up with a piece of work that will counter that, or not, as the case may be, and something like this. Right, and we'll work you round there. Right, and then we'll do the same thing with this one. There we go. There you go. That looks like it might have actually been thought about for, a minute or two. Just around the corner. That'll do the trick. There we go. Right, so we got a bit of engine shed action. Need some buffers on there, which I'll do now so that I don't forget. Although the positive here is that actually this might make a really nice line, this one right here, for the farm train to come in on, given that it's a double length. Yeah, see, that's something. Right, okay, good. Now then, what else do you need to think about here, Chief? Well, you need to think about quite a lot of things, not least of all, let's start hooking it back up to the network, and then we'll see how horrendous we've got here. So we're going to name these up. So this will be Freight International Alpha. I'm giving them big, long-faluting titles here. This will be, in fact, I don't even need that. We're just going to call it Freight International, which I've deleted. International. Well, that's an alternative, I suppose. Freight International. You're going to be Freight West Alpha, because it's on the west side, you know, west side, and you're going to be Freight West Bravo. Although we could call this Freight North, I suppose. Does it really matter? There we go. Now then, I've named them. That's a good place to start, isn't it? Now then, we've got a lot of things happening here. First job, let's take an easy one first. So here's the oil train coming in over here. Now then, we want it to stop in a platform and then have all of its merry wagons merrily streaming behind it. So we want the closest one we've got, which is going to be this first one here. Okay, right, well, here we go. Apply track. Now, this is going to be quite the corner. Right, okay, now then, we'll turn the electrification off for this section, because I'll apply electrification when the time comes, and the time has not yet come. 29 miles per hour in the corner. Blech. There we go. That's my professional opinion there. Can I get, I don't know, I mean, it's in the slowdown. 36 is okay. If I could get a little bit more out of that. 40. Let's get 40. Right. Yeah. Plumb that in. Let's get the smoothing cannon in business. Smoothing gun's not going to cut it. Smoothing cannon is what we need for this this particular endeavour. Right. Yeah. All of this kind of malarkey. How's that look? Better. We've got a bit of tunnel there that I think is going to be deprecated quite quickly. I'll hook it up onto the network simply so that it's there in the future. Yeah, round to there. We're going to want to change the angle of attack here. Can I get underneath this next bit? Yes, I can. Right, let's do that then. Right, yeah. Hadn't really intended to relay the entire route, but so be it. Because, you know, making it so that it's as straightforward as possible is a good thing. And get rid of that. The good news is that this bit's actually quite flat, so it's not going to be horrendously expensive. Don't be horrendously expensive. Right, now then. You're not going to get through there, not any day of the week. Don't get careful. Careful. Problem with going with these really cinematic angles is you get trouble out of it. There we go. Now then, you run down there like that. How's it look at that end? Looks fine. Yeah. And then round here onto there. Got a bit of bankage going on. I'd rather not have a bit of bankage, if I'm honest. But that does at least give us a relatively flat bit of approach. No, I'm not accepting that. Don't want the bankage. We'll stay down low and then we'll go on an incline to get up to the connection. All right, how's that look? Are we aligned there? We are, right. And then do that. Okay, now that might mean that it makes it less efficient, but what it also means is it doesn't look quite as bad. Good, right. Hooray for us. One track now set up. Now, we'll fix the route at the same time. Hello there. No path. You surprise me. Hubs, oil. Stations 1 and 2. Sioux Falls West. North American distribution apparently is a thing that still exists. Well, it doesn't. It's there. Look, it's just a signpost in the middle of a field at the moment. So we want to change that up for. Where did I say you were coming? Well, it's very obvious where you're coming in. You're coming in down here up to this one. So Freight International. Remove that. Lo and behold, we've got our freight line now. Because this is a double-length train, it'll quite happily leave its remaindered load in another platform area, which makes it look like it's properly parked up. I think that's clever, and you're welcome to disagree. Let's lock that exactly where it is. You are good to go, so we can unpause you. Now, I don't think I'll achieve anything like that level of competence, with simplicity, with other tracks. Next up, we're going to look at the animal food. That's what it's called. The food train, which comes in down here, and then we've got a peel off option there. Where does that go? Oh, that's the passenger line out to Indy. Now then, food line, same kind of dealio. Now, we were talking about bringing it in on this line here, on this platform, which would work. We also have this one potentially available. I think we go for the first one so that we don't end up blocking things. Now, we're going to revisit this a lot. You know that already, right? And this is the triple track job, isn't it? Okay, now then, where are you going to put the merger? Because unless you want to put a really significant curve in, you're going to be merging right next to where the passenger line merges. And then you've got whatever this was all about. Not anymore, you haven't. Murder it. Well, murder's maybe quite a strong word, but clean this up a little. There we are. That's better. Right, there we are. That's that cleaned up a little. Well, that's a hellishly bad place for a piece of signalling. Given what was there before. Given what's there now, it's fine, but what was there before, that was woeful. Right. Okay, we don't actually need this triple tracks now, but I'm going to leave it in place as a bit of legacy kind of behaviour. Right, now then. What exactly are you thinking? Thinking is a terrible way to describe what I do. Let's connect these two up, and then we'll go from there. Right, now we've got that third track. I don't know. I think the third track was being used by the passenger route, but obviously now that I've destroyed that, there's no way of knowing for sure, because the AI is going to try and work out what it is that I'm attempting to do. And it will then, through the medium of interpretive dance, interpret that balletically. Right, well, let's go round. Alright, that keeps the speed up. Yeah, it's a bit of a swan neck. But it does keep the speed up. Right, yes, and then we're going to need to connect you up onto there. So actually, deleting this back some. In your own time there, game. Thank you. Right, so head back round like this. Get some points on. Keep the speed up. That is our locale right there. And then because we're going to want to come out again. Now, I think this section of track is going to end up being quad-tracked eventually, because the amount of stuff that uses this bridge is quite significant. Actually, I'm going to double-track this for a bit, because I also think that I'm going to want to connect to other platforms from here. So we'll make that so we've got both directions open to us, and then we'll do a bit of we'll do a merge in corner. Merge in corner, please. Oh, it's not. It's not. I mean, that's not exactly what I had in mind. How about coming off? No, wait for it. How about something like that? Give me good speed. 60's okay. 60's a reasonable speed. Right, and then you connect up there. Right, okay, that's better. So I'm thinking we'll probably run something like, you know, this kind of behaviour as we expand the number of trains that come in this way. Don't need to do that right now. But anyway, good news, everybody. We've now also got the food train operational. Need some signalling here. Possibly need to... hold on, well, let's think about this third line here. What does it actually do? The third line is for the goods train. And you know what? I'm going to keep it in place. Let's just put it round to there so it's free of the tunnel and so that I don't forget that it exists. I will find a use for that. I'm certain of it. But right now, because we're safety focused, I'm going to put some buffers on the end. There we are. Wouldn't want anybody accidentally going up there and then finding themselves flying off into a bit of field. Right, now then, where's my... we've got signals on there. Arguably, I should pull those down a little further. I don't really intend to spend a lot of time working on other tracks. The changes that we've got here are going to keep me occupied for quite some time, and that's why I do it. Once you get to the point that you've connected up just about everything you've got, town-wise, and you've started to get a good amount of goods flow going, the fun really comes from, okay, what shall I do with it next? And that's what we're aiming for. Now, having signals here would be beneficial because it will allow whichever service that I've got to get a little bit closer to the junction. However, if I'm talking about a really long goods train here, which I am doing, then you're going to end up blocking the points there. But given that whatever's coming down there can't get through anyway, I'm comfortable with blocking those points. That's my story today. I may change it up later. Then, coming back in the opposite direction, this set of signals has the same risk attached to it. But again, you're blocking the bridge, and as mentioned, that will probably be upgraded at some point. I've still got loads of money left. No one more surprised than I that I've still got some money left. But there you go. Right, hubs, food. Stations 1 and 2 aren't connected. That's because Station 2 doesn't exist anymore. Right, kill that. Add to this. Well, which station did I say we were going into? You said you were going into that one. Okay. And it's worked that out all on its own. You clever thing. Freight West, Bravo. Did I put a signal on there? I did put a signal on there. Good. Right, good. Yeah, lock that, please, because I don't want you thinking for yourself later on. Not that. Lock that. There you go. That's the one that needs locking. Okay, right. Well, that's 2. Only another 12 to go. I hope you're comfortable. Maybe go get a snack. Now then, we've now got... I'm going to do Indianapolis next. So Indianapolis comes out of here and currently does this rather lovely little tunnel before coming back out and this, right? But if you look at it this way, we could very easily... Oh, hold on, you'd have to go do something like that. That's not what you might call elegant, is it? It's not. No, it's what you might call flaming ugly. So we want another platform, and I'm liking the looks of this first one. And the reason I'm liking the looks of that first one, because that's the right one to use. Now, what I've not given any consideration at all to yet is anybody getting to the depot ever, at any point in their life. So I will do, and I'm hoping that what I can do is put like a transit line through there that will just allow that to happen. But that's going to be, high levels of drama and intrigue. Okay, well, that's the as the crow flies, or rather as the crow veers violently round the corner route. We're done with you there. Goods, freight, hub, food. Do we like that? Like is a very strong word in this situation. What I'm not keen on this massive rapid peel out that we've got going on here, but we're going to have some of that, so you know, might as well just embrace it now, and see where we get to. Right, bulk indie freight bulk indie, get rid of you, and you're going to come in to this one like that. There you go. Well, I mean, that you don't have choices right now is fine, but we also want to make sure that you don't get carried away in the future. Let's go with a full load of any there, and you can unstop, which is a word. Go, I think, is the word that some people may use, but unstop is perfectly acceptable. Okay, good. That's another one. Now then, this junction here is an exciting one. These two coming in are very exciting. We don't really need this one now, but this lot all coming in round here. Actually, if you were to talk winners and losers in this new setup, the main winner you've got is going to be the fuel train and everything that comes out from Sioux Falls and El Paso. So let's have a think about that. So we may need to cut through here to make that line a little bit smoother. But let's start with the first step. And that's the first step, which we had now started with. Now we've got currently 4 different services coming in that way, and therefore having 4 tracks available, given that I've got all the tracks available at the moment, is going to be beneficial. So let's delete this back as far as the bridge. Yeah, all of that. Do we want to delete back to the bridge? Sometimes that can leave you with a terrain alignment collage when you try and make that work, but we'll chance it. Right, you could be my test case. Get around onto there. 3 fields will be removed. I'm going to pay it. The fields are plainly out of luck. Now, what we lose out here is we've got a slightly tight corner. 54 is not horrendous, especially since at the moment we don't really have the pulling power to get beyond that kind of speed. But I'd rather have that when we hit the slowdown point rather than when we're still potentially running at a good lick. But that will lead to a far tighter eventual. Get on with it. There we go. You can always have another look at it later. I know you don't want to have another look at it later, but you're going to. Well, you do, don't you? I mean, you know, having a supplemental look at things. You were just saying that was where the joy comes from. Don't contradict yourself now. Right, and we'll get across there, and then we'll pull this one out here. In fact, that's going to look quite splendid if we quad track. Quad track, you say? Oh yeah, I'm all about the quad track. In fact, we might end up octo tracking this, and that will look like a field day bonanza type behaviour. All right, yeah, that's good, because the more dedicated track I can give to each train, the happier each train is going to be in terms of not having to queue. That's it. That's good. Right. Now, we're going to need to make this so that everybody's on the right side of the track, which means there is going to be a bottleneck somewhere, and that's where this corner is going to potentially be a real pain in the backside, because I need to get that done swiftish. Let's try this just for doesn't want to. Let's try this. Okay, right. Well, that's that sorted out at least. You as well need to get over onto there somehow. That's not actually done it though, has it? Right, okay, come on. No, let's try this. Whoa, gently. Now I can double slip these junctions, which may help me out a little, but they're also very slow. And again, we're trying not to bleed off too much speed. The fact that I can see the tunnel here is possibly not helping matters. We're going to double slip these anyway, just so that that option exists. But what we need is for everything to be able to go up this side of the track, which currently it can't, and then everything to come in on this side of the track, which currently it can. All right, well, you know, be grateful for small mercies, I suppose. So to slip everything out onto the right side, we can either do it here, yes, or we put in a couple of lesser junctions just before the switch over, which that will allow me better queuing space coming over the bridge as people go in towards their as trains head in towards their platforms. How about something like that? Do not crash, please. There. Okay, so that gets that over onto the right track. So if we mirror that up, it will look somewhat tidy-ish, oid. Go head down. There you go, like that. There we are. That's good enough. Actually, that's not bad at all. I quite like that. So that should work absolutely fine. Okay, let's put it a different way. That has the potential to work. And I quite like it. Okay, right, now then. Let's find some trains and point them at the thing that they need to go to. In fact, we're going to try and find all the trains in one go. So we got you. We got this one. And that one. And there's one more out here somewhere that is doing... None of them have got a path. So we're going, ah! Okay, go. Just relax. We don't need too much disaster and woe from you. Right, there we go. So there's the 4 trains that are coming in to those 4 tracks that I just built. I lost it. I couldn't see the hub. I usually find the hub by the enormous amount of cargo and freight that's waiting there. Today, however, couldn't find it because there isn't anything waiting. Right. Bulk freight, you're going to North America. So this is Sioux Falls. No, let's start with... We'll come back to you, Sioux Falls. We'll start with hub's fuel. And we get rid of that. Yes. And then we add whichever one it was I said I was going to park at. You're coming around here. You're going up the middle. So it's this one. There we go. I like it. That's going to look great. Right, let's lock the platform. There we are. Okay, good. I should probably put buffers on the end of here. But I think we'll do a buffer run later on. Right, you can now go off that and that. Right, next up is any of these. Any of these can go into any platform they flipping well like. Yes. Interestingly, however, this is the shuttle line. If I'm going to shuttle between stations, that's the one to do it on. Okay, so I might want, in fact I'm going to set this up to come in on the next platform. And we'll do that about here. Like that. Yeah. Right, so the shuttle one is this here, because it's we either shuttle using a train, so we could have a little shunter that's just going back and forth, and to be honest, that Great Western that goes backwards, we could have one of those at either end and have it just pootle back and forth, moving whatever the heck needs to be moved. It will be expensive, it won't make any money, but it will solve that particular problem. We've got buffers on the end of here. Suddenly I have become a buffer obsessive. Yes, I have got buffers on there. Relax, calm down, get back on with your work. All right, okay, so then, we will bring Sioux Falls Tools Processing in on that line. Sioux Falls East, Sioux Falls Halt. What now? You never come up here. Okay, right, fine. So this is only 3 that I actually need to do, right? Yes, it is. Right, you're clear. You can go about your business. Sioux Falls bulk freight. We may need to lengthen this one a little bit as we go on, but at the moment it's all good. Get rid of that. Add this. Do that. You have chosen to go in on the least appropriate line. Well, you're very special, aren't you? Don't do that, though. We want you coming in on whatever else we've got that's unused at the moment. So you can have this one here. Freight West Alpha is the right station. Freight West platform, is that 4? It's not. That was the one you were already choosing to go into. Is it 1? It's not. Try 2. Keep trying, you'll find it. There you are, look. Right, okay, that's that one done. Okay, good. Yeah, it does look like it's attempting to do what I had hoped. And that's nice too. So for freight, you're already running. Carry on about your business. Go about your day. So this one is going to come in on 3, probably. No, hold on. Wait for your moment here. I do need to still put some wait till full in there. Now, the reason I'm doing wait till full is so that we have maximum opportunities for multiple trains to be in the station at once. I don't honestly think that's going to be too much of a problem, because there's always going to be a period where trains are waiting for a clear platform and what have you. Okay, I think that's done. Right, now then, before we crack on, let's have a look and see all the lines on the screen at once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or rather, ooh, look, those 2 are being used up there. That's all. I'm excited. And there's another one. Look. Oh, hey. This is going to be dramatic, is what it's going to be. And I assure you, unless I spend another, no, I'll tell you what. This is my guarantee to you. I am going to switch it all back on. Okay, before the end of this episode. I may live to regret that statement as we approach the hour-and-a-half mark, but that's the goal, is we're going to switch it back on today. Right, now then, let's bring you round here as well. No, hold on. Hold everything. This junction also requires a little bit of a refandangle here, which is the technical term for make it slightly better. Right, there we go. Now then, fandangle away. We'll use these 2 as the guideline. Gently. There we go. Right, through here, wallop. Now then, once you have completed said wallop manoeuvre, we will then proceed to something or other. Okay, so that's going to form the majority of the queuing that goes on here. Now, where are we delivering to? We are delivering everywhere. So currently, going up this way, we hit Detroit and we hit Brussels, and then subsequently we hit Vancouver, I believe. Do I really run this all the way up to Vancouver? I do run this all the way up to Vancouver. So having quad track here may be very beneficial. And we run this bricks line. Quad track it is. And we'll start that off about here. Now, how exactly I'm probably going to need some waypoints, or I might use signals to quad up this track effectively. And also, I'm going to want to be able to, shuffle stuff around between tracks. Still need to think about the depot. Mental note, keep thinking about the depot. You haven't put anywhere near enough thought into that yet. Anyway, right, now then, you are drawing a piece of track randomly. This one out here, like so. Now this is the actual depot track here, and it's got the food train on it currently. All right. I mean, you've got 4 tracks there. You've got 3 platforms to play with. Yeah, I know. That doesn't really make a difference, though, does it? Okay, so this is the depot track. That is the depot track. All right. So leave that as it is. Then we'll bring this. Actually, just bring everything up a little bit further and then think about it some more. Because the longer I can keep each track independent, the better I can use it for queuing purposes. Let's bring this round onto here as well. Now, you know why that becomes quite exciting all of a sudden is because it means that I could take the food train, come through, and then go round and out. Yes, I could do that. I probably won't. Not right now. I might do later, though. Okay, and then what? Well, then we'll bring these round as well. And then we'll figure out exactly what we're going to do with it. So you've got 2 platforms there. Although we do have a connecting through. Yeah, we've got a connection through here. So I think if we made this the Vancouver platform. Okay. All right. Make that the Vancouver platform. We'll break that off onto a separate track quite swiftly. Keep going around the corner. Keep going around the corner. Alright, you go around there as well. You come on in. Come on in here. Yeah, okay. I don't like any of this at all right now, but we'll figure it out in a moment. Although saying that, it's not totally awful. It does have nearly some merit. And nearly some merit isn't going to cut it. Right, okay, try this. Come out round here and connect onto that one. That makes you a nice, smooth corner that just looks a little better. And then you, we're probably going to Y-junction you. I don't know why. We just are. All right? So make yourself comfortable. And that's, of course, assuming we can Y-junction it. I'm by no means convinced we can. Go on, go on. There it is. Okay, now how do we make that look a little bit more elegant? Like that. Okay, well that's... Okay, elegant is maybe overselling it a little there, but we got it. Right, now then, if this is the... Which it is. That's the depot line. Coming out on this first track here. Now, getting over onto that one shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. Oh, you do say some strange things. Right, just about that. Okay, right, well, there's that. So, I think we just connected up to the depot just about everything that runs northward, which is good. That possibly also solved some pathing issues that we may have in a moment. Sorry, that solved some pathing issues that we will have in a moment. Right, now then, let's... get rid of these signals. Just the signal. Don't need the whole track. Just the signal. Just the signal. Thank you. All right, and then we'll continue our quadraphonic trackery up a little further here, given the volume of stuff that is also likely to come in this way. That's overkill, right? I think we can settle on that being overkill. That train is not far enough away, unfortunately. Right, so let's bring you down on number 2 here. Like so, and then if we slip this one, then you can get back the way you were going. There we go. Right. Actually, that might work out quite well. I've got a very kind of loose idea of how that's going to work. The only downside, as I see it right now, is that I've got a heck of a lot of stuff coming in here. And probably not enough platforms for it to play on. Additional, supplemental point is that this is not a flipping platform. So having the double length here actually doesn't do me any favours at all. We may need to do some shared platform action with the other main line here, this other major trunk. I'll tell you what we're going to do. In the spirit of let's run it and see where the problems are, is I'm just going to get it up and running, and then we'll look at how we then redevelop this to account for the amount of traffic we have coming in. Now, the good news is that that the other side, so all of this lot, this is all fine, because this buys me plenty of platforms to play with when dealing with the kind of the eastern side of the map. but we're a way off from that yet. Next up, I was doing something with trucks. That's right, they were delivering food. Okay, and you're going to need them to continue to deliver food for the moment. There's gonna be a lot of work needs doing on this, you know. But you know, I'm okay with that. You know, right? Let's go large country road. I like a crunchy road, so let's do that. One field will be removed. At this stage, I really couldn't care. Which field? Oh, okay, well, fine, I suppose. Right, let's do that, and then we're gonna pop a quick humpback over that. Actually, looks all right. I know, I'm surprised too. That doesn't look like it's quite as practical. Keep it simple, keep it country. There we go. We'll do that. We've got a bit of a collision, but we'll fix that up. There we go. Down there. I mean, that's going to be quite steep. But as much as I beautified this beforehand, yeah, I use some air quotes there. I will beautify once again. Right, run that down to there just for reasons. Bosh this over here. I am going to leave this doing exactly what it's doing for the time being. As woefully inefficient as it may be, that's still happening, okay? So that's just going to continue for the time being. What if one wanted to do something along these lines? Just let me know if it's, you know, possible. We've got a bridge pillar... Well, I should say so. This does comes as no surprise to me at all that the bridge's pillars are colliding. Because you're trying to put them on platforms. And that's that dog will not hunt. Yeah, I mean, all of this looks great and all, but no, it's not happening. All right, what if we were to do it here instead, where we've got the narrower platform going on? What do you know? It works. Is that a good idea? You know what? It's not a terrible idea. But let's pick a bridge style for the ages, and I also received comments to the extent that the bridge work I'd chosen wasn't exactly appropriate for the era that I'm in, and that therefore it was offensive and must be stopped at all costs. Yes, that's quite possible. However, I like it. Therefore, sorry about that. How aggressive is that? I can't quite get it down any lower. This is, again, where being able to set your own height and then do a straight line across would be really, really helpful. People keep telling me that that's possible, and I have tried, but I want to. Bleh, that's too much. I mean, I'm a sucker for a green bridge, as you know, but actually, that might do it. Do we want to, though? That's the question. Actually, in this case, I probably don't. Or do I? I don't know. I like it. Or do I? Oh, I don't know. I'm paralysed by indecision. We want to get some trains running. Right, there we go. That was the decision maker there. Now I'm gonna turn all of this through the medium of detailing. I'm going to turn all of this into an industrial area. Not today, obviously. So all of these roads, as much as they will serve very, very little function, will be given purpose. They may not contribute to the overall well-being of my financial empire here, but they will be given a purpose that will suit them down to the ground. But not today. Right, okay, good. Now, that's all of the stations connected up by road. I doubt they can talk to each other. No, ain't none of these talking to nobody. Now then, my food train comes in over here. Right, so it stops at this one, right? Hub's food, yeah. There you go, we've got 4 on that one. We've got 2 on there, 1 on this one. Well, I'm excited, and I haven't actually spent very much money. I'm surprised. Yeah, all right. All right. I'm itching to unpause now. You know, Let's put a large truck. I'm going to need some truck station mods pretty soon, I would have thought. But well, no, you meant to press the other button there, didn't you? Let's put that in here. Yeah, I need some truck station mods to make that more dramatic and flairful. Right, now, this is a little further away than it was before, so I'm probably going to want some more trucks. But first, let's fix it. El Paso, wholesome farming. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I name things. Freight West Alpha. Oh, okay, I renamed the truck stop. I hope that doesn't cause trouble. No, don't go there. So this is, what are you? You are Freight West Bravo. Right, so this is now going to be Freight West Bravo Road. It's not the name of the road. It's to say that it's a road transit. I don't have to explain myself to you. There we go. Now then, let's do that. Let's turn a colour on so we can see it. There it is. You know what's a quicker route here, don't you? Is popping a bridge over there somehow. But we're not going to do that. Don't worry. All right, good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You unstop, which is still a word. You are going. Okay, good. What about you? You are also going. That's also good. You are not going. Go. That's good. Anymore. You, I'm pretty sure I told stop first. There we are. I think that might be all of them. I'll figure that out as we go. Have I missed anything? I've possibly got another train or two stopped. That's just yelling. Brussels bulk freight, thank you. Okay, all right. This is how we're going to fix these, obviously. North American distribution. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. Oh goody goody. Okay, you're coming in from Brussels, which is up here. You're going to come in, and then you're going to fight over the one platform I've allowed you to play with. Show me the everything in use right now, please. Actually, there are 3 platforms available here. So let's have you come into that one. That's it. You've chosen the one that I would have chosen. That will do. I need signals galore in there. Don't worry about it. I haven't ignored that. Platform to lock it. Okay, good. Next, construction material. El Paso West Construction is just there. You're coming in that way. Let's give you, for the sake of argument, why not have platform 3? Because that's not a platform. What this does buy us, however, is a super long coming in the other side. Should that ever happen. I'm a little disappointed I couldn't line those up. I'm sure I could have lined those up with a lot more fandangling and maybe putting in a second station that was like 2 platform or something like that. But we've got what we've got, and we run with it as such. Brussels, and because whatever this one is going to be getting a lot of action. So actually, moving that Brussels train might be a good plan. You only just locked it in. I know I only just locked it in. Let's put you on 3. That way, hopefully, it will block fewer things. I don't think that's even remotely possible, but you never know. I'll tell you what, no, you go back to 2. Here we go, I've got a better plan. You go back to 2, and then the other one, you can come into 1. Okay, 1. Yeah, just like that. Maybe I have got voice control after all. Lock it. There we go. Right, you 2 we're happy with. Next up, Detroit bulk freight, which is also coming from this way. You can have 3. Kill that. Kill that. Add station. This station. You are coming in on voice control, I tell you. You are coming in on 3. Now, I'm locking these platform selections so that when I start adding signals and probably some more points and whatever else that I feel I need to add, that we don't the AI doesn't get carried away and start going, oh no, you clearly meant this. There you go, 4. Can't get to 4. Oh no, because that's 4. And nothing is currently using it. and 5 is also unoccupied. Okay, well, that's what we in the trade call an opportunity. You stay there. I'm done with this. Close this one off. See about getting this into 4. Which is going to be by doing something along these lines. Can you get in there? You can get in there. Stations 1 and 2 are not connected. But you can see 4 now. So you've come out like this. You've done this. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. The problem is that we've got no points on here. So if we points up, if I can get a couple of diamonds on here, I don't think I'm not going to chance going any further than that, because we'll run terrain slope collision alignment. So let's do that. See how that just... Oh, see, look, there's the slope terrain collision alignment. But going the other way fixed that right up. And then we're just going to need another one, probably about here. I know this might actually be unnecessary, but I'm putting it in anyway, so that I can use all 4 of my quad track. There we are. Right, good. I've got nowhere near enough signals on there, but the time has come to unpause, unless I've forgotten anything. I've probably forgotten something, but then given the amount of stuff I'm playing with here, that's inevitable. Right, so out of the 8 we've got here, 7 are in use. Actually, that's 10. Oh, what the heck? Let's just play. Go, 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 go. Let's see what happens. Right, let's activate the afterburners for a moment, and we'll wait for our first customer. Trucks don't count as first customers. Just FYI. Right, there's a fuel train, look. Come on, first customer. You can do this. Also, didn't I... I did. I killed off a couple of trucks. I'm definitely going to need them back again. But here we go. First customer. Sadly, it's a pickup. But, you know, that's not the end of the world. Right, you, just so we understand ourselves here, I want you to partial wait till 4, please. Thank you. Understanding ourselves is quite important. Now then, we'll figure out the signalling on demand. Right, here comes the fuel train. Now this is going to actually use the double length here. It doesn't need to, because it's not long enough to warrant it yet. It will fit into this 400 perfectly, as you can see. But there we go. Oh, critical. What I haven't done. There you go. I knew I'd forget something. The critical piece of this puzzle is right. You equally. Let's set you up to wait till partially full as well. Right there. That one. There we are. Here we go. This is where you're going to see the problem. You've dropped off. I've got everything turned off. No, I haven't got everything turned off. Were you not carrying? Okay. Then this is going to be very expensive to get established, isn't it? Alright, slow everything down. I need to... There we go. We've got our first piece of anything waiting. Hooray for us. Is I need to set up my my little shuttle effort. Oh, that was why we weren't using 3. What have I plumbed in on 3? Green. That's Vancouver, I think. Could be. All right. Well, let's have you on 4 then. Goods bulk. You are on 4. Say what? Oh, it's Detroit. Okay, Detroit's on 3. Let's switch you over onto 4. Actually, that means that there's 3 coming on to 4. Brussels. Detroit, you can use Brussels as well, which is 2. All right, there you go. Have fun with that. Yeah, there we go. And that should, assuming yes, I have. I've got that right. No, hold everything. That only partially helps. because that still does not do anything for... you're going to need to use trucks. You can't use trains for this. I mean, it'd be cute and all, but actually it just doesn't make any ruddy sense. Trucks do make sense. Okay, right, let's get that set up now. We were already talking about adding additional trucks to the farming line, so we might as well do it here as well. I need better truck stops. Right, put you in on there. Now then, what do? Do we do this or that? I think we do. I think we have to do all three. 1, 2, 3. Right. So this one is going to go that. This one is going to do that, and then this one is going to do that. Now I could have had that just going round in a loop, but oh wow, this is a really long one. I don't like any of this at all. This is going to be what causes us trouble. But the good news, such as it is that this is also going to make us a lot of money. These little shuttles will always make plenty of cash. Right, so you're going to be unnamed at the moment. Let's just call it H. So you're Freight West Bravo Road. You are Freight West Alpha Road, and you are Freight International Road. Right, Freight International. I know, I see it. I see that's flashing road. Good. Yes. Yes. Right. So you are going to be. I'll tell you what. We're gonna Alpha Bravo Charlie these. So this is Hub Shuttle Alpha. Because I'm putting the same amount on each. Hub H. Yes. Hub Shuttle Bravo. This is going to wreck the whole of my goods network for the time being until I get all of this locked down. This is just nothing but disaster written all over it. We'll see what's flashing in just a sec, and then let's park you up over here. Right, I'm going to splash out. We're going to go 4 on each. Right, freight. Yes, Mac, because we're in North America. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where do they go? Here we go. Right, you, hub, thing, alpha. Yes, hub is the word you're looking for. Hub, thing, good. Alpha is operational. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hub, thing, Bravo. And then buy some more. I will need to do more on these, I'm sure of it, but that will do for the moment in the sense that at least we're going to be moving stuff through. Good news, we do have food in here now. So the food line has picked back up again, and that's a start. Right, okay, what do we got here? The El Paso oil refinery is, it switched itself off. Oh no. Okay, it will switch itself back on once I figure out getting the route sorted. In fact, that shouldn't be a problem. It's only because I've now got a limitation on where fuel is being delivered to that is causing me issues there. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, there's a lot of fixing to be done here. What's the queuing situation looking like? So far, it's okay. Right, let's put a signal here where we can. There we are. And then we'll worry about getting this all hunky-dory again. Right, okay, that is more or less going to wrap it up for today. There's a lot needs sorting out here. I'm going to do a little bit of sorting out while you're AFK. And, oh, hello. Here's a queue. Right, where are you headed? You're stopped. Oh, don't stop. Get rolling. There you are, off you trot. You were what was helping making life worth living earlier on. Okay, right, yeah. So, That's complete in inverted commas because it's now not going to need quite a bit of reconfiguring to actually get back to being fully operational again. And we'll know when that's working when different good types start flowing once more. If we're very lucky, that will drop some oil. We've dropped some oil. That's a good place to start. Right. But this will now afford us quite a lot more activity, generally speaking. Oh, hello, what have we got there? No, nothing. I got momentarily excited, but I was wrong to do so. I won't let it happen again. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Yes, we're still in the regret phase at the moment. I still need to hook up the depot. But that will not last for long. We will soon get to the point where all this is working, and capacity, if I've done it right, should be increased to a point where we can accomplish great things. If I stick a signal up here, you know, we can bunch these up a little bit more. Right, so yeah, no, sticks. That's it, like that. And if we match that up with another few as well. Yeah, don't you love how they're really, really close to being in a straight line? That was the only one I actually needed at that particular time, but there you are. Right, there you go. So next time around, I'll do a little bit more on this. I'm amazed how much cash I've got left over before moving on to upgrading some trains, expanding some of these trains, and then trying to figure out exactly how I get the volume of goods moving between all of my different hub stations. So that this is kind of maximum effectiveness. Anyway, I hope you'll join me for a bit of that. I've been Colonel Failure. Chuck a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio!